it really has been an inspiring 2-day journey for all of us. And we're approaching our second day, end of our second day. But these 2 days together, we just have a huge opportunity in front of us. And which brings us to this portion here that we call our ripple effect, because we have an opportunity here together to expand our impact as leaders beyond today. So because we have already started a positive ripple for being here by showing up, we want to take this moment to allow all of us to really reflect on these 2 days so that we can continue to move forward. My name again is Poi, and I'm actually here with my colleagues, Faith Hazel and Matthew Mullen. I don't know if you guys can wave so that we can see it, that you guys are here. We're all part of the Leadership Forum Community Officer team, and we're honored to spend the next hour together to give all of us a chance to, pause, to reflect upon our 2 days together, and just let everything sink in, because we have talked about a lot together. We have received a lot, and we have give a lot. So let's consider where we will go from here as individuals as well as a collective group. So I want to make sure everybody can see my screen. All good? Awesome. Okay, great. So what we thought we could do is let's just do a quick recap of our time together, and more importantly, be reminded of why we are here. We are here because we choose to begin. We choose to rise every day, very much like the sun rises every day, giving out light, energy, great vibes, and a strong sense of renewal for ourselves and for others around us. We choose to expand our mindsets and our awareness so we can think bigger and appreciate not just our own perspectives, but those of others, so we can engage with one another and advance together in our collective journey. We choose to learn, to grow, and to take actions not in our silos, but together. Because in fact, when we come together, we are indeed stronger, and we can do more to address what the world needs the most. And we choose to lead to repair, to recognize the disruptions, the traumas that we have collectively experienced, so we can heal the hurt, reimagine better tomorrows, and trust that there is a better, brighter future ahead for all of us. And the only things in life that we can learn are things that we don't yet know. The best part is when danger stares at us in the face. So we will stand our ground, we won't be turned around, and we won't stop believing. We choose to become wiser and to be bold. We choose to remain calm and grow our resilience and stay together and be the good that we want to see in the world, no matter what challenges might stand in front of us. And we're here to use our capacity to make meaning as we go from here to there and to create our practopia. And we are here because we choose to begin. So I just want to share all of this with you as a great recap. We have a wonderful 2 days together. And all of this is because leadership really matters. And that is our very mission, not just the Leadership Forum's community mission, but our personal mission now, to help each other grow and develop and explore leadership challenges that are out there. Again, that's what we are all about, and that's what this summit, this experience from these 2 days have really been all about. And so we want to continue our journey, expand our ripple. Let's reflect upon our time together so we can be more intentional about moving from learning to action. And one great way to start is for all of us to continue from what Chuck has helped us, right? Thinking about our journey. Where will we go from now, and how will we continue to show up as a leader every single day? And by showing up, we're talking about recognizing our own purpose, right? Our strengths, our values, how we want to continue to contribute. And so I want to give everyone a few minutes to really reflect upon this. And we have a process to help us do just that. So I'm going to turn over to Faith and to have her lead us through this very process. Faith?
Thanks so much, Poi. Okay, so to help you consolidate your reflection, we have prepared a few questions to help you do that. So as you can see on your screen, there's this template. And in a moment, we're going to invite you to a Google slide deck. in that Google slide deck, you'll see this template, 70 of them. And what we'll ask you to do is to place your name in the top right-hand corner, wherever there isn't a name already placed. From there, we'll ask you to take some time, about 8 to 10 minutes, to reflect on these questions. So some of them are, you could draw in one box, you could copy and paste some things, you could write a song, and if you were inspired by our songwriting session this morning, whatever you feel drawn to. So again, we'll pop the link to the Google slide deck in the chat, and then we'll ask everyone to go there, place your name in the top right-hand corner, and then take 8 to 10 minutes to respond to the questions on the page. So if you give me a minute, I will drop it in the chat. And if you can't access the Google slide deck, let us know. Otherwise, we will place the questions in the chat as well. Can everybody see that chat?
I'm in there. It looks like I might be only able to view, so you might just need to give everyone permission, I think.
Let's try that again. It should work now.
Yeah, I think that's got it. Great, thank you.
Thank you. And while everybody's doing that, we're gonna play some music to help us reflect. And like as Faith suggested, we're gonna spend a couple of minutes here, find your own spot. But as you continue to reflect, the beauty of the Google Doc is so that you could toggle to other people's pages to look at other people's reflection and learn from them as well, and let each other inspire, you know, all of us together. And if you feel like you want to do it on your own, you're not ready to share, it's okay too. You could take a look at what's on the template, take out a piece of paper, and just write down your thoughts. That's okay too.
Can I ask a key question? I pulled up my Google Doc and someone else is writing on it.
If you go to a different page, so there should be 70 pages altogether.
Okay,
so
all
try
right.
to find a page that no one has claimed yet. It looks like page 2 is available.
Okay,
No
all
one
right.
go to page 2. Page 2 is Charlie's.
Okay.
Oh no, Carol has it. So page 3 maybe. No one's on page 3 yet. So that's all yours, Charlie.
Also, if you opened it before she gave permissions, close it and then reopen it.
Oh, okay, because maybe I couldn't.
Yeah.
Steve.
All right.
Oh.
If you haven't taken a second to look at some of the other comments and how people are answering questions, I'd encourage you to scroll through and see what other people are saying, and maybe drop a note to them as well, and just see how we can all continue to connect and encourage and inspire each other. Excellent. Thanks, everybody. So the next portion that we're going to do is we're going to break out into rooms. And for 10 to 12 minutes, we will share our reflections and our responses from our own individual slides. And then we'd ask that you would just support those in your room, or if you know of somebody else in the leadership forum that you're like, I think you should connect with this person. Let's just be encouraging and make those connections for everyone. And if you would prefer not to share, that's of course absolutely okay. You're also welcome to listen.
Faith, so if we just want to save this and share, we just hit the share up in the upper right-hand side?
I'm gonna lean into Poe to answer the technical questions of Google Slides, if you don't mind, Poe.
Yes, you could download your own slide, or if you keep the link, we're gonna keep this document alive. I guess permanently, and we could post this in Participate so that we can come back as well, right, Anne? So we want to make sure that everybody still have access. If you want to save your own slide, though, you can definitely download. Go to File, Download, and you can get a copy of this downloaded onto your computer.
And when we're in the breakout rooms, you can share your screen. That worked well for the last activity.
Yes. Thank you, Sue.
Mhm.
Okay, so are we ready to go into breakout rooms? Great.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Well, I hope everyone had great conversation. I know we did here in the main room. I just wanted to check in and, conversation and anything that stood out to anyone from their group.
I'd like to invite Kathy to share how she shifted the words as her phrase of leading to repair and how it transformed our conversation and mindset.
Okay. I was just saying that, hello everyone, my name is Kathy. I was just explaining that my two keywords, two groups of keywords, one of them is a combination of words, is I'll put repair first, because that's the main element that I see. Given what we've all been going through, and when I say all, I mean individually, I mean us professionally, I mean us as a country, I mean us also as global citizens. I see also other people coming from other countries, other continents. And I like the fact that the leading to is like opening to. And I'm happy that Joel showed us that all of that led us also to that flame that is in the summit's theme, the leading to repair with the logo and the flame picture. So that were my two main elements for the summit, for the keywords to remember.
So I'll add on that just for a moment. Kathy, that was fantastic. What Kathy did when we were talking and she put her phrase first is she took the logo leading to repair that also has the flame on the end of it, and she moved repair to the front and then said it's about repair leading to, and I just kind of said, well, the flame is there. And I'm like, leading to the light. And so, she just transformed our conversation after a number of us were talking too much.
No, you're fine, Joel. And thanks, Kathy, for sharing. That's an amazing way to kind of connect the dots of just even all the way from the logo to what was talked about over the past 2 days. So very, very much so appreciate that perspective you've shared. So with that, I do want to be able to share, thank you, Poe, for bringing up the slide. I do want to be able to share a cool tool, as everyone may have not been able to go through the slides and see what we've all been able to add as our power word, and also may have not been able to listen in on everyone's breakout rooms. So if you don't mind going on either your phone or a new tab go to www.menti.com and you will see a box that asks you to enter in a code. You'll be able to enter in the code here on the screen, 3231-1918. And just kind of give a thumbs up when you get to that screen. And if you're having any issues accessing or getting to the website, feel free to just speak up, and I'll actually put it in the chat here just in case it's easier for anyone.
Yeah, it's easier to put it in the chat.
Do it. Not sure if that makes it clickable.
Can you actually create a link to it in the chat?
Yeah, I'm about to do that right now. I thought it would do it if I copied and pasted it like that. Let's see. There we go.
Thank you.
No problem, Charlie. So yeah, if you could just give a thumbs up once you get to the Menti homepage screen. Cool. Is it working for everyone? Charlie, doing good over there? Coming up?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Don't mind, Poe. And this will be basically a tool that will allow us to enter in a word cloud, and we'll be able to see it live, as some people are already ahead and entering it in. So that's even cooler that we get to just get right into it. But yes, enter in your power word or phrase from our session earlier, from our activity slightly earlier on the Google Slides. And we have some good ones: collaboration, patience, learn others' truth, change the conversation, courage, empower, conscious leader, improve, trusting myself, yes, model the shift that you want, yes, exactly, be the change that you want to see. These are all great. Dream, yeah, everything starts with the dream. You got to start somewhere to get to the big picture. Polarities, yeah, that was a great session that I think resonated with a lot of us. Let's see, faith, liberation, alchemical, that's collaborate. Yeah, these are all good. Coaching, integration. Exactly. Has everyone? Let's see if there's any others that's going to funnel in here. But these are all great power words, and you just see the community and how people are thinking during our summit here, and the change, and as Poe mentioned, kind of the ripple effect that these kind of sessions can have on people, on how they act going forward, and how they engage with the world going forward. So all very encouraging to see. I think everyone's done. I'm not seeing any more funnel in. Great. Oh, we do have some more funnel in. Wonderful. And we'll be able to save this and probably send it out afterwards as just something as a keepsake, but definitely keep your PowerPoint slides. Feel free to print them out, have them on your desk, put them on the wall, anything of that nature, just to keep it in front of you as inspiration for going forward. And I just wanted to invite maybe 2 or 3 or 1 or 2 volunteers if you want to expound on your word, any, because Poe, Bill, Kim, and we had a great conversation in our breakout session, and I'm more than happy to talk about what we talked about, but love to open the floor for anyone else to share any insights.
I will share it. I was reminded of something in this exercise and the one previous leading up to it. I was reminded of the very, very first thing that I walked away with, and the mid 1970s at my very first leadership forum in Silver Bay. And it was to constantly test the validity and the relevancy of what it is you're doing and the impact it has on everyone else. So those two words that I put up were relevancy and validity.
Nice. Those are good, Charlie. Because to make sure, I think I've seen a quote of something along the lines of, and I may be butchering it, but to your point, Charlie, of making sure relevancy and validity, having an opinion can sometimes be it may be the lowest form of knowledge because there's no accountability there, and making sure that you're speaking from a place of fact or, you know, with some sort of background there. So I definitely understand your point there. Poe and I, and Kim, Bill, we talked about community, taking the time to find yourself. Sometimes you need to take the time to find yourself in order to find community. Justice versus truth, and how sometimes those can be the same thing. And a lot of times those can be the same thing. Unlearning bias and being comfortable in your own skin in order to meet others in an authentic manner. And then, you know, listen to others with empathy and seeing them as yourself were just some kind of takeaways that we had from our session and from this nice breakout activity. So a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom in the room, and that we can all pull together and learn from each other and apply with each other. So just one more time, I want to open it up to see if anybody else wants to share from their experience of their breakout room as well. And feel free to share in chat if voice isn't your favorite medium. If you want to expound, we love reading the chat as well.
I want to just add the word alchemy, because it seems to me that in so many ways that is more than, say, a stage of our leadership development and our individual maturation. It's also a word that to me captures so much about the leadership forum, that all of this, you know, all of these ingredients we put into the soup have created a kind of alchemy that we can then take out into the world and sort of chemically change things.
I could not agree with you more, Diana. It seems like when we heard about electricity from Eric, you know, in our brain neurons, you know, there's a lot of electricity that's been created over these past 2 days. And just, you know, there's so much potential. And if everything is energy, according to Einstein, then, you know, there's a lot that can happen.
Indeed. And that to your point, Sue, you know, that's part of the ripple effect that happens when you get going. Your energy can rub off on someone else and get them going, and that's why it's always good to just have an introspective kind of moment periodically and make sure that you're putting out good energy, that what you're putting out there into the world from a leadership point of view and from your being is something that you want to kind of be infectious in a sense to others, because you never know how far your impact can have a reach on the rest of the world. So something to always be conscious about and mindful of.
You know, the thought just came to me. Can you all hear me? Yes? Yeah. You know, going back to Kathy and even hearing Diana and Sue talk, Matthew, your words, you know, it is about, you know, how do we take something from here and bring it to others, right? Many over the years have said, how do we leave with a tool, an idea, or something that we can share and bring to other communities? And, you know, just that image of the torch that Kathy reframed and has at the end, you know, repair leading to the torch, right? And we used to talk about from the porch to the torch, meaning many people used to sit on the front porch of a old hotel up here and have dialogue like we've had and then bring it. And I think an appropriate metaphor for how we're transforming as an organization and as a community is to think about, well, you know, it's from our front porches now, right, to the torch in our community. And so, you know, I'm just playing with that a little bit in my mind, but everyone has contributed to a little bit of that thinking. So just putting it out there to share an evolution of some of the way we've thought things in the past, to how we need to apply them in this future that we're all leaning into.
Right. We're always looking at new ways to innovate, just different approaches that we go against, you know, some of the same problems. And sometimes it's always something new that how we approach the way that we go about it. So well said, Joe, as Sue put in the comments as well.